Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukacchaye Kadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhoomaketur Ganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Sakratundaha Suprakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha Suklam Bharadharam Vashnam Sasivaradam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Jayet Sarva Vighnapasantaye Yatsadvaradavatrabhya Parishadhya Parasvatam Vigham Vighanti Satatam Vishwaksenam Tamasraye Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Krishna Dvaipayanam Vyasam Sarvabhuta Hiteratam Vedabchabhaskaram Vande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Janmadhyasya Yato Vayat Itaratascha Arteshu Abhigdhanasvarat Kene Brahma Sudayaha Adikavaye Mukhyamtyat Purayaha Tejovari Mudam Yatha Vinimayo Yatrata Sargo Mrisha Dharma Svena Sada Nirastakohukam Satyam Param Dhimahi Dharmaha Prochidakaitavotra Paramodidmat Saranam Satam Vedhyam Vastavam Atra Vasta Sivadam Tapatrayo Mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krute Kimva Parairishvaraha Sadhyo Hridi Avaruddhate Atra Krutivihi Satyashvigi Takshanat Nigama Kalpataro Galitam Palam Sukamukat Amrita Dravasam Yutam Vivata Bhagavatam Rasamadayam Mukaraho Rasikaha Bhuvi Bhavukaha Narayanam Namaskritya Narancheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Now with Swami's grace, let us continue from where we left off in yesterday's session. We came up to Slokam number 12 in Adhyayam 28, Skandam number 3. Now Bhagavan has said the steps that we should take. Okay, that I hope those are very clear. Then in Slokam 13 to 18, it is, there is no words that I can think of. There's no way for me to even begin to share or describe the Amritam, the nectarine teaching that comes. It is simply incredible. And so with His grace, even a drop of it, falls on me while I share this. And with His grace, you all experience the incredible, the infinite depth of the essentiality and the clarity of the teaching. That is why I requested that we bring a Bhagavad Gita book today. So we will take this and enjoy this leisurely and as completely as we can. It's not possible to enjoy it completely, as much as possible that we can in the time that is allocated. This is, I can tell you one thing is absolute certainty. In this world, there is nothing that is certain. Everything is always tinged with doubt. Everything is uncertain, anityam, imam lokam. But one truth that I can definitely share is that what is happening to you and to me and the sharing the Bhagavatam and all is nothing but Bhagavan Anugraham only. Nothing more than that, nothing less than that. So here 13 to 18, I'll give you the overall meaning first of the Slokam. Then we will take up the very first prayer Slokam in Srimad Bhagavatam again, which we recite in every session, and go through what the Slokam says in case you've forgotten. Then we will take up Bhagavad Gita, Akshara Brahma Yogam, Adhyayam 8, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll come back to Srimad Bhagavatam, the Slokam. Okay, I'll read the Slokam first and give you the overall meaning. The Pada Arthangal, we will come back to it. Prasanna Vadana Ambojam Padma Garbhoruna Ikshanam Nilotpaladala Syamam Sankachakra Gada Dharam Lasat Pankaja Kinchalka Pita Kausepa Vasasam Trivatsa Vakshasam Prajat Kaustubham Kaustubha Mukta Kandaram Mattad Tire Pakalaya Paritam Vanamalaya Parardya Hara Valaya Kiridanga Danu the Kiridangada Nupuram Kancha Gunolla Sachonim Hridayamboja Vishtaram Darsaniyatamam Santam Manonayana Vardhanam Apichya Dasanam Sasvate Sarvaloka Namaskritam Santam Vayati Kaisore Bhrityanugraha Kataram Kirtanya Tirtha Yatasam Punyasloka Yasaskaram Dhyayete Evam Samagrandam Yavate Na Chavate Namaha. Now, after carrying out what Swami says, finding a clean place, a clean seat, sitting erectly without bending this way or that way, and focusing on the breath, the intake, the holding, and the outtake or the reverse way, and the mind becomes calmer and calmer, withdrawing from the sense objects, focusing on one object, the dharanam, leading to dhyanam, and in dhyanam, Bhagavan darshanam is obtained. The meditation is done like this till the mind becomes steady, abhyasa yogam, practice. The total form of Bhagavan is described in these Slokams, 13 through 18. Bhagavan's face is like a lotus flower in full bloom. His eyes bear a light reddish tinge like the inside of a lotus, of a red lotus. Body is blue, like a blue lotus in color. He carries the Shankam Chakram and the Gadai in his hands. The silk robe is yellow in color, bright and yellow, like a soft like a lotus flower. Now, on his chest, there is a mark of Srivatsa. Then also the brilliant Kaustubha jewel is adorning around his neck. Then body is completely decorated, is garlanded with the Vanamalai. Now on the Vanamalai, the bees are all humming on that, as you can enjoy in Venkateswara Suprabhatam also, so beautifully the same thing is described. Then he's wearing his other ornaments, rare and precious jewels of pearls and bracelets and a crown and armlet and anklet. Then he's also got a brilliant girdle around his waist. His feet is the hridayam of devotees, of bhaktas. His beauty is indescribable. The quintessence of beauty, radiating peace and enthralling the heart and the eyes. Such a superb beauty is beauty. It attracts the adoration of the whole world. At the same time, he is also eternally youthful, full of love and compassion for his devotees. His fame is limitless. Is Yasaha, limitless. At the same time, his devotees, he enhances their fame and reputation also. Where there's a fame and reputation of Dhruva, Prahlada, or Mahabali, or Sabari, or anybody, Tyagaraja, Veera, anybody, everything is because of their love towards Bhagavan increases, gives them that fame and reputation. That's what he does, enhances the reputation of his great devotees like Dhruva and Prahlada. Those are the overall substance, the meaning of these slokams. This is the form that you see, not just you meditate upon. Once we start, this mind becomes steady and distilled and clear, this form manifests itself. And what does our Vedavyasa, our great teacher, the great Rishi, and who has given us these 18 Puranangal and the Vyasam on top of that, what does he say right in the beginning of the very first prayer slokam of Srimad Bhagavatam? Let us take it up again and then we will go to the Bhagavad Gita. Janmadhyasya yataha anvayat itaratascha arteshu abhijnah sarat tene brahma huda yaha adikavye mukhyanti yat surayah tejo vari mridam yatha vidimayah yatra trisargo vrusha dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam Satyam param dhimahi. Janmadhyasya yataha anvayate itaratascha arteshu abhijnah. The very first, in our English, we try to put it in sentences. In Sanskritam, it flows so beautifully as one continuous, unbelievably beautiful communication. Janmadhyasya, Janma Adi, Asya means this creation, this material world that has got the birth and the production and the death and the appearance and this manifested universe. That's what it is: creation, sustenance, and final destruction of this manifested universe. Janmadhyasya Asya Yataha Anvayat itaratah cha arteshu abhijnah. Okay. Abhijnah means something that I perceive, I cognize. I'm able to cognize with my senses. Cognition is always with senses. So what is it I'm perceiving with my, what is abhijnah? This, and I perceive it Anvayate directly as well as itaratah also indirectly. Arteshu abhijnah. Arteshu, the various activities and the purposes. What is the purpose of life? If you ask yourself the question, you have some direct knowledge, direct perception about it, direct cognition about it, as well as indirect cognition about it. Right? Each one of us has that. But how do we get this? Yataha, from whom this whole, this material, this universe that is appears and sustained and disappears, in that process, it also, the purposes of it, the various purposes, why is it there, is perceived, cognized by me, by people in there, indirectly and directly, but from whom this comes, appears, yataha, from whom it appears. Swarat. Swarat, Bhagavan is the only Swarat. We all can be Samrat. We can be kings and supreme kings and all that. But Swarat means fully independent. Absolute independent. Fully independent. Swarat. Okay, that Bhagavan, that Swarat. Tene Brahma Siddha. Yaha Adikavye. Tene, from whom? from him, not from whom. Yena means from whom, but Tena means from him. Yaha Adikavaye Brahma Hurda. From him, which Yaha Adikavaye, his very first poet, which is Brahma, Brahma Hurda. This Brahma here means Vedam. The Bhagavan taught the Vedic knowledge to Brahma originally, if you remember, and the teaching took place in his heart, in his Hridayam. Tene, by whom? By him, this Vedas was imparted to the Hridayam of Brahma, by whom it is done. Then, Yaha, Muhyanti Yat Surayaha, Yat Surayaha. Surayaha means the sages and the rishis. In him, they're all completely mesmerized and illusioned. They're also subject to Maya, subject to delusions. Muhyanti, the Muhyanti has got different meanings. One is confused, but basic thing is disillusioned, mesmerized. Okay, even the greatest rishis, okay, the Maya immediately attacks on them. So, Yat Suryaha, Yaha Mukhyanti, in whom even the great rishis are mesmerized. Tejo Vari Mrigam Yatha Vinimayaha. Tejaha is Agni, Vari is water, and Mruda is earth. Yatha, in which way? Okay. Vinimayaha, the action and reaction take place. Vinimayaha means action and reaction. What does this mean? This sentence is very interesting. This is what we've been covering in the past couple of adhyayas. The Tejo Vari, that means the water is in the fire. Mruda Vari, the earth is in the water. How does it happen? This interchange, the so-called action and reactions that take place, yatha, in whom, by whom, yatra trisargo musha, yatra, on whom, yatra means where, okay, tatra means there, okay, and yatra in which place, on which place, today they translate in English, trisargaha, the three gunas of Prakriti. Amrusha means it appears as if it is true, but it is not, which is what our whole life is, isn't it? It appears as if it's true, but we know it is not. So Amrusha, so this Prakriti play takes place on whom? That Dhamna Sveda Sada Nirasta Kuhakam. Now all these we can take together. Nirasta Kuhakam, I understood different ways, which means without any impurity. Nirasta, without. Kuhakam, impurities. Okay, that's one way to put it. Pure, absolutely pure. Or Nirasta Kuhakam means avoiding, without Kuhakam any illusions. Once the Maya is removed, then Bhagavan shines, isn't it? Nirasta Kuhakam. And who's this? Dhamna. The Dhamna, Bhavan is Nirguna, beyond all the Gunangal. But that experience is Dhamna. Svena means it's absolutely self-sufficient. Purnam Adaha Purnam Idam. So there is nothing more or nothing less. The selfless love is the complete, total. That Svena fully self-sufficiently. Sada always is like that. Always shining beyond the guna, always full and total, and is seen beyond the darkness of ignorance, the Rasta Kuhakam. That Satyam, Param, supreme truth, that absolute Brahman, Param, Dhimahi, I meditate upon that. That is what Gita teaches, that is what Kapila Bhagavan is telling us. This entity, this truth, this prema is what this whole subject matter is. This whole everything is only that. So All the other things that we try to understand and think I have understood, they are all illusion only. Okay, the focus is only on this. So, Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, in Adhyayam 8, Akshara Brahma Yogam. Akshara means indestructible, changeless, no change, no decline, no change. Akshara Brahma, the most expansive. Prema is the most expansive, indestructible. You cannot destroy love. Impossible. Just think, even the small amount of prema that we experience in our life, it cannot be destroyed. Impossible. It's always full. Just one taste of it is complete by itself. So, Akshara Brahma, it's always expanding. Okay? Akshara Brahma Yogam in Slokam 7. Swami says, Satasmat, therefore, Sarveshu Kaleshu Mam Anusmara Yudhyacha. Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu, at all times, Mam Anusmara, think of me, and then Yudhyacha, and engage in your battle of life. Mai arpita mano buddhihi, Mam Anusmara, Mai arpita mano buddhihi. Your manam, your mind, the mind means basically likes and dislikes. Look at it simply that way, the way it was described, explained to us by Kapila Bhagavan himself right in the beginning. Okay? As part of his teaching to Devahuti, right in the beginning, if you remember, Swami describes what mind is. He simply says it is the likes and dislikes and the sankalpam that comes out of it. That's what mind is. Swami says in his latest avataram, Swami says mind is nothing but a bundle of desires. Because likes and dislikes are ragam and dvesham, and that's the Sanskrit word. Very important to understand this. These are our two major enemies. Please understand. As Arjuna says, Swami, if everybody wants to do the good thing only, but by what force, by what are they compelled and pushed and pulled to commit all these sins, even though they don't want to do it? Swami says it's ragam and dvesham. These are the worst enemies. Okay? That ragam and dvesham is what Swami said right at the beginning, that mind is. And that comes from desire. Okay? So ragam, so mai arpita manaha. So even my hatred, my likes, my dislikes, whatever it may be, mai arpita. Offer that, arpanam. You offer that to me. Why are you keeping it to yourself? Why are you keeping your hatred to yourself? Or offer it to me. Why are you keeping all your things that you like to yourself? Offer it to me. Mai arpita manoha, mai arpita buddhihi. And what does Swami say? Kapila Bhagavan, right in the beginning, how did he describe buddhi? Buddhi is the understanding faculty. Simple. Understanding with always with doubt. We know that. Every understanding of us is doubt. At the same time, there is an understanding each one of us have internally that has no doubt in it. Which is, hey, there is something about me. There is something that's controlling me. I call it conscience. I call it manasachi. I call it Brahman. Whatever name I use doesn't matter. There is something there. Each one of us know that. We cannot deny it. Right? And memory, part of understanding, is also a lot of understanding. So all these things are part of buddhi. We saw that. Right? So whatever it is that I think I have understood, offer it to me. Whatever doubts I have, you offer it to me, Maya Arpita. And whatever things that you take pride in remembering or not remembering, doesn't matter. You offer it to me. Ma Manusmara, always think of me like that. Then just continue your life. Do all the activities, Vidyacha, in the correct way. Then, if you do that, Mame Vaishyati, Mam Eva Ishyati, you will attain me. Okay? Mame Vishati, Asansayaha, there is no doubt in this, don't doubt this. That's what Swami begins. So I included this slokam, it occurred to me, Swami's place to mention this slokam in the beginning. Because dhyanam, sitting and thinking, those are important things we have to do. But that is only for a few minutes. I may do 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever it takes. We sit there and do it. Nothing wrong, beautiful it is. But throughout the day, I'm doing other things. So this is a beautiful way to keep company of Bhagavan. Mam Anuspara, Mayarpita Mano Buddhi. Yudhyacha, don't sit idle. Very important. Everywhere the command is to act only. Okay. Then, if I do that, the next 3 slokams I will read for you, and then it's great. We will take the meaning in our next session. Slokam 8 in Bhagavad Gita, Dhyan 8. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa na anya gamina paramam purusham divyam yati partha anuchintayan kavim puranam anusasitaram anoraniyam sam anusmaredhyah sarvasya bhakaram achintya rupam adityavarnam tamata parastat. This slokam brings tears. If you just enjoy this one slokam, brings tears to your eyes. Kavim Puranam Anusasitaram Anoraniyam Sam Anusmaredhyah Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parastat. Prayanakale Manasa Achalena Bhaktya Yuktaha Yoga Balena Chayadeva Bhruvor Madhye Pranam Avesya Samyak Saha Tam Param Purusham Upaiti Divyam. Okay, so beautiful. Exactly what Kapila Bhagavan is taking us to. Okay, so the meanings of these 3 slokams, it's on His grace, we will we'll take up in our next session. And till then, namaskaram. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Santet Santet Santihi. Harihi Om.